Time to separate the men from the boys. You know, it's mash mode. What you have here is a Discord that I was in, and this is a minute ago, man. Like, this is a minute ago. I've been doing this semen retention, for so long that it doesn't even seem like I remember this, but I've graduated from where I was at that point in my life to where I am now that it seems ages ago. So I've had to realize that when you're doing things such as semen retention or something that the average man can't fathom, you're an alien to them. And here I was explaining to these guys that, hey, masturbation, looking at nasty movies, just overall just being controlled by your lust is not the way to go. They was not trying to hear nothing I was saying. And I stopped going to that particular channel. I stopped going there. I completely stopped going there because they were making up all these excuses, and then they started talking about patriarchy and men are the reason why the world is the way it is, and women need to be uplifted more. I'm good. You see what I'm saying? One thing I do not like is pandering. I hate pandering. I hate that. And men do it all the time. It kills me, the level of pandering that goes on, you see what I'm saying, with the modern man today. So anyways, we were talking about this one guy. He was just saying how he needed a release. He was asking for questions. Now, how you going to ask a question and then get mad at the answer? So basically he was just like, hey, I'm too horny. My girlfriend, she likes to hold the pussy hostage. I'm too horny. What can I do? And I told him, I said, hey, a good outlet for that would be sex transmutation. You see what I'm saying? Do some research on it. Get into semen retention. You see what I'm saying? For plenty of reasons. Not to mention, you need to show your old lady that, hey, the pussy is powerless. They were basically like, nah, I ain't with that. You see what I'm saying? I ain't with that. I'm too, basically he was saying he's a slave to a little bit of feel good. Which, that's par for the course. You see what I'm saying? If that wasn't the case, then OnlyFans wouldn't be as big as it is. Pornhub wouldn't be as big as it is. X and XX, X Hamster, the list goes on and on and on and on and on. Some Erykah Badu shit. But the modern man is a slave to a little bit of feel good. That's the only way that a female can dictate terms. Why? It's because she knows that these suckers out here are willing to die for a piece of pussy. How sorry is that? How sorry is that? So, I'm trying to enlighten these dudes or put them up on game, right? They ain't trying to hear nothing I had to say. So I said, all right, cool. I just left it at that. I said, all right. Because I was telling them at that point, I was suffering from erectile dysfunction. It was never that bad where I was impotent. But, I went from being Mike Tyson to Mike Jones. You see what I'm saying? I was like, hold on, something's wrong here. I know what I'm working with. So I was like, all right, let me go ahead and fix that. And so and my erectile dysfunction came from years of drug abuse and looking at nasty movies. So I stopped watching nasty movies. I stopped using all of that. And, as a result of that, I'm back to where I was. I'm back and better than ever. But they were just trying to make up all these excuses of why masturbation is cool. You see what I'm saying? And unless, okay, in terms of masturbation, right? Unless you in the heat of the moment and you and your girl in the mix and you about to spray your face, you see what I'm saying? Or unless you are learning to retrain your ejaculatory reflex, masturbation is not cool. I don't care what nobody has to say. I don't see the point in doing it though. I don't see the point in doing it. None of my mentors indulge in that bullshit. So I don't really see the point in doing it. Like, what are you getting out of masturbating? So ay, ay, ay. So anyways, yeah, man. I am, I'm at the point now where I'm just a lone wolf. I'm just a lone wolf because whenever I see some sucker shit, whenever I hear some sucker shit, I gotta go the opposite way. So this particular text right here, right? Listen to what this dude said, because this one girl tried to make it seem as though that men, like I said, men are the reason why the world is the way it is, right? This dude doubled back. You see what I'm saying? This dude doubled down on it. Rather, he was like, "There's what he said. He said, I think there's somehow a crisis because too many guys take control over girls' feelings and make them feel less worthy and etc. That's a whole nother subject. But I do think guys have to step down and focus more on respect than on sex and lust. If anything, men need to focus on themselves. They need to respect themselves more. I don't perpetuate the stereotype or consult with those that do. So these dudes that are, trying to manipulate women and do all this sucker shit, I don't know what that's like because I don't fool with them. So, I just hated how they generalize all men. I don't fool with sucker ass dudes in the slightest. So don't even put me in that box. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's funny. It's funny how men are generalized, but when we generalize women, all hell breaks loose. All hell breaks loose. So, like I said, I haven't went to this particular Discord in a while. It's just, oh man, it seems as though it's a lot of man boys. You see what I'm saying? It seems as though it's a lot of man boys, dudes that are, in their 20s, that are still trying to figure shit out. You see what I'm saying? Still live at home with their parents. Man. They stay in the same house that they grew up in, that they used to have Ninja Turtles themed birthday parties in. And they cannot relate, man. They cannot relate. And it's these same women are complaining about where the real men are, but yet they enable the same men that they complain about. Let me say that again. These women are asking, where are the real men, but yet they enable the same men that they complain about. So, gentlemen, do not be like these dudes. I started the semen retention journey because I wanted to climb my Mount Everest. I wanted to control my lust. I didn't want my lust to control me. It's not rocking like that. Now, this particular text, right? Because they were saying how, like, this one guy was saying how he hated the patriarchy. He wanted the patriarchy to end. And I was saying, hey, I was like, hey, that term toxic masculinity is used too loosely. Whenever I hear that term toxic masculinity, right? It's always in reference to when a man is demanding a woman's best, or when a man, you see what I'm saying, or when a man doesn't allow a woman to do what she wants to do. That's the only time that I hear that word, man. And I refuse. I ain't gonna let no female, you see what I'm saying? I don't let a female slip with nothing. I mash on bitches. I'm ice cold. But I'm even harder on these sucker ass dudes. Because one thing I hate is a weak man. I absolutely despise it. So when I go on these channels and I see all this pandering and placating and kowtowing, it makes me sick to my stomach. Gentlemen, I am 10 toes down with this. Today is day, I think, 127 days I've been on this semen retention. 127 days. Never in my wildest dreams would I have imagined that I would have been at 127 days of me not busted no nuts. None. And I don't want to hear nothing about no blue balls neither. You see what I'm saying? Because when I'm in the mix, I make sure I don't come. I do some testicle breathing. I have other ways to transmute that sexual energy. It's not that serious, man. Like I said, I want all the leverage. I want all the leverage. I want all the power. All of the leverage. So, you know, when my old lady is asking me questions about how come I didn't come or how come I didn't finish, I'm vague about it. You see what I'm saying? I'm vague about it. That drives her up the wall. And it gives her a complex because she's like, is something wrong with me? Is my pussy not good? Because he doesn't even finish. Nope. I don't. I told you, I'm in this for the long haul. I'm going for a year. I'm going for a year. And I'm not riding no wave because I was doing the semen retention long before I found out that there was a semen retention community. I'd never been a wave rider. You see what I'm saying? Shout outs to, you know, Mr. Keep It Simple. You know, Merlin Boys, that's my man, 50 grand. He in there holding down the fort. You see what I'm saying? Go subscribe to his channel. Look him up. We in this for the long haul. Don't be like these suck ass man boys, man. Don't pander to women. Hold them to standard. Like I said, either you control your lust or your lust controls you.